The time is now 6:57 on this Wednesday morning, and here's what you need to know before you go.
We're a week away from primary elections in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and hundreds of Duluthians have already cast a ballot. More than 850 people have already passed through the doors at City Hall in Duluth for early voting, but the traffic is down slightly from the last midterm primary by about 200 voters. If you want to cast your ballot early, the final day to do so in person at Duluth City Hall is Monday, August 10th.
Today, all eyes still on Michigan as the state's U.S. Senate primary election helps shape the future of the National Democratic Party. Now, here are some of the results so far. The race for U.S. Democratic Senate is still too close to call. Dr. Abdul El-Sayed has pulled a little farther away from Representative Haley Stevens by several points, but there are still some votes left to count. Whoever gets the most votes will face Republican Mike Rogers in November. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Benson easily wins the Democratic nomination for Michigan governor, defeating Christopher Swanson. And on the Republican side of that race, John James wins the nomination to advance in the governor's race. Moving on to the House, Michigan 1st District Congressman Jack Bergman is the Republican winner. There are also 3 candidates seeking the Democratic nomination in that 1st District race. Kelly Barr has won that ballot.
Minnesota is at the center of a new concern about food safety after dozens of people got sick with salmonella linked to Chipotle. Since then, Chipotle has pulled jalapenos from restaurants in Minnesota and replaced them with jalapenos from different growers. Minnesota health officials and the FDA are investigating.